Olaudah Equiano. Olaudah Equiano was one of the most powerful African voices against slavery in the 18th century. Born around 1745 in what is now southeastern Nigeria, among the Igbo people, Equiano described his early life as peaceful and rooted in community traditions. But at about age 11, his world shattered. He and his sister were kidnapped by slave traders, beginning a brutal journey that would define his life. Equiano was sold multiple times across Africa before being forced onto a slave ship bound for the Americas. The Middle Passage, he later wrote, was a floating nightmare, crowded bodies, disease, chains, and despair. Eventually, he was purchased in Virginia and given the name Gustavus Vassa by a British naval officer, a name he was forced to use for most of his life. Despite enslavement, Equiano proved intelligent and resourceful. He learned to read and write, skills that were rare and dangerous for enslaved Africans to possess. He served aboard British naval ships during the 7 Years' War and later was sold to a Quaker merchant named Robert King in the Caribbean. King allowed him to trade small goods on the side, and through careful saving, Equiano was able to buy his freedom in 1766 for 40 pounds, a remarkable achievement. Freedom did not mean comfort. Equiano traveled widely to the Arctic, the Mediterranean, and Central America, working as a sailor and merchant. But he also became deeply involved in the growing abolitionist movement in Britain. He joined a group known as the Sons of Africa, a small but influential network of black abolitionists in London who campaigned to end the transatlantic slave trade. In 1789, Equiano published his autobiography, The Interesting Narrative of the Life of Olaudah Equiano. The book was groundbreaking. It gave Europeans a first-hand account of African life before slavery, the horrors of the Middle Passage, and the humanity of enslaved people. It became a bestseller and was translated into several languages. His writing influenced public opinion and strengthened the campaign that eventually led Britain to abolish the slave trade in 1807. Equiano married an English woman, Susanna Cullen, in 1792, and they had 2 daughters. He died in 1797 in London, 10 years before Britain officially banned the slave trade. Olaudah Equiano's legacy is profound. He transformed personal suffering into political power. Through his words, he forced the world to confront the cruelty of slavery, not as an abstract system, but as a human tragedy. His voice helped ignite one of history's most important movements for justice.